guys, it's water time. I know guys, it's crazy. And it has to be filtered water, apparently, or it's best if it is. Because I have a super fancy, attractive thing called TD. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, I'll tell you that the first word is travelers. I'll let you wiki it if you really have to know, but it's not like a serious thing at all, but I have been instructed to not drink anything but water for a couple of days, like until it goes away, which it typically goes away within a couple of days. It was super exciting, so I'm drinking a lot of water today, trying to get this out of my system. Fortunately, I love the taste of water. I know so many people who do not like the taste of water at all. My dad does not like water. He has a hard time just drinking water. When I was little, he used to drink carbonated water, and I think that I used to drink it with him sometimes when I was little, but now I don't really like it as much. I just really like just normal water. It can be tap water, it can be bottled water. I like the taste of water. The water in my home in Oregon is like, it's got a lot of minerals in it. To the point that it discolors things in our houses. In our houses, like we have many. In our house. I'm imagining our property just filled with houses, like, ah! Anyway, sorry. So, yeah, which is not an uncommon thing at all. But I like the taste of that water. And I like the taste of bottled water, and man, whatevers. But my dad, he does not like drinking water. Which is too bad, because things with carbonation in them dehydrate you. So it's kind of like an adverse effect if you need hydration in general. But yeah. It's gonna be my goal to finish this by the end of coffee time, which I think we can do. I think that that's something that can happen. Something interesting in Ukraine, something that's common in Europe in general, is that they don't bring you water when you first sit down like they do in America. But something that I thought was really interesting in Ukraine was that the water was way more expensive than like pop or like juice, like pretty much anything else you could drink besides alcohol. It was like one of the more expensive beverages. It's like, that is so crazy. That is crazy. It's just not something that I was used to at all. It was like, dude, in America they just hand you water for freezies. Like, it was just a really bizarre juxtaposition, I guess. But yeah. Do you know where, I bet that there's a diagram somewhere online of what areas of America call it soda and what areas of America call it pop. I get so much flack, can I just say, so much flack for calling it pop all the time. And I'm like, you know what, I grew up calling it pop, I'm gonna keep calling it pop. And then there are the people who always try to be neutral, and are like, well, you could just call it soda pop, and I'm like, no. I refuse. I won't call it soda pop. That's so much more work. I could just call it pop. People know what I mean, even if they get irritated. So I'm like, no. It's my pop. I wonder, though, when that split happened. I know a lot of people who call it soda. I don't know as many people who call it pop, although everybody that I grew up with called it pop. So it must be a regional thing, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there are some areas of the United States where they call it just cola or just Coke. Could be like just some form of Coke. Which I think is funny because it doesn't seem as specific. Or I guess it's too specific for a broad term, if that makes sense. Like, if somebody came to me and said, hey, do you have Coke? I would instantly think to myself, do I have Coca-Cola? And then I would say, no. Even if I had other forms of pop in my fridge, I would, yeah. You know what I mean. Look, we're almost done! Magic. Another funny beverage thing, because I'm all over the place today and why not, is that, with most drinks, I sip at them. It feels weird to take, like, full-on drinks of, like, coffee or pop or anything like that. I'm a tentative drinker for some reason. Unless it's with water, I will take full-on gulps of water. I'm like, what is the difference? I'm not sure. I think it might have to do with, because coffee is, like, acidic, you know? So it's very strong. It's not something that I want a lot of all at once, taste-wise. And with carbonated drinks, there's that, like, sting when you drink them. But water doesn't have either of those things. It's just water. So I guess maybe that's what it is. I don't know, I was just thinking about it because I was realizing that I was taking way bigger drinks of this water than I normally take of anything else. All of these thought processes happening right now, live on Coffee Time. Aren't you so excited? Yes. Oh, so another thing. I was able to sneak my tea back, but the box got so messed up because they searched my bag. I have the worst luck. I know I've told you guys this before. I have the worst luck. Every time I go through a security line, they need to check my stuff. And when I was getting on the plane from France to Atlanta, they took me out of the line. I wasn't even in the security area. It was the line to get on the plane. Handed them my boarding pass, it was all right, and then they were like, come with me. And this lady came over, like, took me by the arm and guided me over to this awkward, like, table and searched through my bag, and I was like, no, why? So my poor tea got all messed up. I was hoping that I would get this box back in one piece. Which, I mean, it's in one piece, it's just, sad. It's just sad looking. And, you know, the tea can still work. Excitement abounds, but, yeah, just, I felt like since we were already talking about beverages, I might as well be like, look, I got my tea back! So messed up. Anyway, yeah, so that was my day. It was pretty boring. You know, it was pretty normal. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I was able to mostly get my sleep schedule back. I almost fell asleep at like 8, so I had to start watching Netflix. So I was like, just to keep awake. I wound up finally going to bed at 11, so I was really proud of myself, but then I woke up at 4, and it was just like, why? But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get my sleep schedule back. I was able to go to work, do all that nonsense, so we're on a good track. But, yeah. Anywho, I hope that you guys had a good day. I will talk to you again tomorrow, and be safe. Alright, bye-bye. Mwah!